Right, I've had a little bit of an issue with my Realtrack 143. It was working right, then all of a sudden it stopped. So I took the body off. Now it's an absolute nightmare taking the body off of this. When I fitted the DCC chip to it, I found it impossible almost. And I stupidly didn't look up on the internet or read anything. So I went straight in and took this body off, which is the heavy one, thinking, yeah, that's the obvious one. But no, the DCC chip is actually in the dummy car. So anyway, aside from that, managed to get the body off, while also breaking lots of bits that were rattling around. So I'm going to glue some bits on. I'm also going to seize the opportunity to stick some people in there. But anyway, so what I've actually discovered is, let me get a pointy thing. So see this cable here is disconnected from this point here. Now if you read here, if you can see it, it says motor, which makes sense. Now the interesting thing is that without that connected, the DCC controller would allow me to turn the lights on and off, but it wouldn't run, and it also wouldn't. I couldn't re-register it to a different number on the select. I originally registered it on number 14 for whatever reason, and it just would not let me change it. The select would flash 8 times, which is the code to say there's some kind of error. So, and now this is actually, I wasn't going to make a video about this. I have actually already resoldered this, but then I did a bit of testing and I found at full stretch the cable was actually too short, so it could stretch further this way than it could that way. So I've been cannibalizing, and I've got a bit of wire. I know it's green, it's all I could find. Managed to get the smallest stuff I've got. Now this is, even though this is the smallest I've got, it is, as you can see, much thicker. So hopefully it won't restrict it too much, but I'll try and make it so there's lots of slack, and hopefully it'll be alright. Okay, come on, focus. Right, so I have fitted a small section of wire here, and we can see the original piece. I did try just fitting a longer section of this green wire, but I found it was way too rigid. It manipulated the way that the coupling would move. It would always push it in one direction, so I thought that's no good. I need the little thin flexible wire. I couldn't find anything without totally cannibalizing other things, so I put a small section of this, and then I've put this back in. So to give you an idea of how fiddly this is a 2.5mm screwdriver. So as you can see, it's tiny. It's the smallest thing I've ever soldered, I think. So, but anyway, now if I see, it doesn't stretch when it pulls. If you look at the power cable, if you can see that on that side, that does a similar thing, but that's as far as it reaches, and there's still a tiny bit of slack there. So I think I'll leave that. I'm not going to bother insulating that because there's nothing it can touch on. But yeah, hopefully it'll be alright. Right, there we go. Back together. That was a pain in the ass, but now runs. And we have passengers. Wow. Okay, we've got passengers on one unit, not on the other, and we have no driver because I have no drivers. If at some point I feel brave and I have some suitable people for it, I will fit them. But for now, it's fixed and it's running. If it stops and starts, it's because I've got some glue on the truck because I've been underlaying. Off it goes. One thing I wish I'd changed when I edit bits is the. How should I get focus? The Bristol TM, which I'd like to change. This actual model 143619 does actually quite often come to the town where I live, which is Barnstable in North Devon. So it'd be nice to change it to something more accurate, but I'm not too bothered. Like I've said before, my layout is going to be based on a fictitious place, so the fact that it's got a name like that doesn't really matter. But we'll see. Again, if I feel brave when I take the covers off again, then I'll consider trying to change them if it's possible. But anyway, good news. Thanks for watching.